Hi everyone, welcome to today's class on output devices. Output devices are simply the opposite of input devices, which we looked at in our last class. So if input devices are channels or are devices that enables the user to send in data into the computer, output devices does the exact opposite. So we get our processed data, that's the result of processed data, out of the computer via the output unit. So the user gets the feedback through the output uh, devices. The first we shall be considering under the output devices is the monitor, otherwise known as excuse me, virtual display unit, and it has only one objective, which is to display the content of the system units for the user. That means the user gets to monitor what he or she is doing via a screen. Now, the monitor could either be a cathode ray tube or a plasma. In simple terms, the plasma is a flat screen monitor, while a cathode ray tube is having a hunchback structure. Of course, the plasma gives better picture quality and is modern than the CRT monitor. Now, for example, in a desktop computer system, the monitor gets signal, or we could say that the user gets to see what is happening uh, within the CPU, within the system unit, as he gives instruction through the monitor, and that is possible via a cable known as the VGA. Now the VGA picks up the signal from the system unit and then display it on the monitor. So for instance, the user is typing using the keyboard. The only way he can see it and understand what he or she is doing is through the monitor. So the VGA picks the signal and then gives the user the opportunity to be able to see what he or she is doing. Flat screen monitor could either be LED or LCD. LED means light emitting diode, and then LCD means liquid crystal display. Well, they are both flat screen, but in terms of technology, the LED is modern and gives better picture quality than the LCD. Reason being that they have separate technologies. Now, the LCD uses a kind of liquid crystal, majorly mercury substance. It doesn't give quality picture um, like the LED. So if you're looking for better pictures, go for LED. Then if you are trying to minimize a cost, you go for LCD. But I assure you, you enjoy both views. LED and LCD are all types of flat screen monitor. Don't forget that there are types of flat screen monitor and they are both modern. Okay, that will take us to the next output device. As a matter of fact, the monitor is a device that gives us soft copy of our information. The next device is the printer, and it's responsible for hard copy. So if I want to get hard copy, I use the printer. Printer can either be impact or non-impact. Impact printer has a technology whereby there's a direct contact between the paper and the device itself, while there's minimal contact in the non-impact printer. Okay, the following are further types of printers. The first one is character printer. This kind of printer prints one character at a point, so that means it's very slow in terms of printing. Most people don't use it these days because of the speed of the printer. So it prints just a character at a time. So if you want to be fast, you can use this kind of printer. So in modern society, whereby speed is of essence, this kind of printer does not really gain patronage, because it prints just a character at a time. Now the next kind of printer is called the daisy wheel printer, right? It's similar to a character printer. Its major disadvantage is that it cannot be used to print graphics. It's just plain characters. Then we have the dot matrix printer. Our printer has pins that print dots on paper. We can actually use it to print graphic content. The next is inkjet printer. Now this kind of printer uses ink with a cartridge. So once it refills, it gives quality pictures. It's a modern kind of printer. So it uses ink against paper, and then you get good quality picture. Then we have the next kind of printer, which is small in size and used mainly by fax machines or calculators, called a thermal printer. Uses a kind of heat technology to print out. So it's small in size and it's used for smaller activities. Then the next output device is called the speaker. Now if we want to get sound out of the computer, we use a speaker. So it's used to output sound for the user to hear. For instance, you can listen to music, right? Okay. The next is called a plotter. Now a plotter is similar to a printer. It's just that in this case we print bigger things. For example, a printing press uses this to print on clothes and other things like textbooks. We use plotter to take care of that. Then we also have a projector. Projector simply magnifies the image on the monitor so that we can have a wider view. So if you have larger audience, it's advisable to use a projector to display. Now these are the few output devices we are considering. Thank you for listening.